Let's be honest. Most of us are harder on ourselves than anyone else ever could be. We criticize, doubt, and second-guess ourselves daily, and the result is feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and exhausted. But what if I told you that the way out of this mental maze isn't as complicated as it seems? What if the key to unlocking a more fulfilling life could be found in the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, applied directly to the conversations we have with ourselves every day? Throughout history, Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus have emphasized the profound impact our internal dialogue has on our lives. They taught that we don't have to be victims of our circumstances, but rather masters of our own thoughts. By harnessing the power of positive self-talk, we can transform not just our mindset, but our entire life experience. This isn't just philosophical theory. It's a practical toolkit that can lead to real, tangible changes in how we feel and function every day. If you're finding value in what we're discussing today, I'd love a small favor. It's simple and free. Just hit that subscribe button. This helps support the channel and ensures you don't miss out on more content like this. Let's keep the momentum going as we dive deeper into transforming your self-talk using Stoic wisdom. Understanding your self-talk is that inner voice that constantly narrates our lives, from the moment we wake up to the moment we fall asleep. It's the voice that can either be a cheerleader or a critic, and surprisingly, it holds a tremendous amount of power over our emotions, decisions, and overall life direction. This internal dialogue is not just fluff or idle chatter. It fundamentally shapes how we view ourselves and our capabilities, influencing everything from our confidence levels to our stress responses. When we talk about self-talk, what we're really discussing is the essence of how we communicate with ourselves about our experiences. Think about the last time you faced a difficult challenge. What was your inner voice telling you? Was it supportive, encouraging you by saying, "You can handle this challenge"? Or was it dismissive, filling you with doubts about your abilities? This isn't just about being optimistic or pessimistic. It's about the fundamental way we interact with our own thoughts, which in turn shapes our reality. The Stoics, a group of philosophers who flourished in the Hellenistic period, had a profound understanding of this concept. They taught that while we may not have control over the external events that happen to us, we have total control over our reactions to them, which are largely dictated by our self-talk. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, often wrote in his meditations about the importance of monitoring our internal dialogue. He believed that the quality of our thoughts directly influences the quality of our lives. How to harness the power of your self-talk. The first step is awareness. You need to become acutely aware of the nature of your internal conversations. Are they harsh and judgmental, or kind and encouraging? This awareness alone can be a catalyst for change. Once you're aware, you can start to actively shift negative or unhelpful patterns in your thought process. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes incredibly practical. They proposed exercises like daily reflections, which encourage us to examine our thoughts critically, identifying those that are irrational or unhelpful. Changing these patterns isn't just about stopping negative thoughts. It's about transforming them into something constructive. For example, instead of telling yourself, "I always mess up," you can say, "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it." This kind of constructive self-talk is not about denying your flaws, but about approaching them from a position of growth and understanding. Moreover, the Stoics also suggest preparing for the day ahead with what they call premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. This exercise involves visualizing the challenges that might arise during the day, and then mentally preparing yourself to handle them with composure and rationality. By anticipating potential negative self-talk, you can rehearse positive responses and be better prepared to keep your internal dialogue supportive and empowering. Regular practice of these techniques can lead to profound changes, not only in how you talk to yourself, but in how you experience life. Over time, your brain starts to favor these new, constructive patterns of thinking, making them more automatic. This shift can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, enhance your decision-making abilities, and improve your overall mental health. Day 1. Challenge. Catch and replace. Welcome to the first day of our transformation journey, where we focus on a fundamental shift in the way we address our inner conversations. Today, we're embracing a technique I like to call catch and replace. This technique is all about tuning into the ongoing dialogue inside your head and actively changing it from negative to positive. It sounds simple, but its effects can be profound. Imagine you're going through your day and stumble upon a setback. Maybe you didn't complete a project on time or missed a workout. It's natural for your first thoughts to be self-critical, like, I can't believe I messed up again, or I'm always falling behind. This is where you catch these thoughts and acknowledge their presence. Your mind is trying to push you, but sometimes it pushes too hard. Now, instead of letting these thoughts spiral into negativity, you replace them with something constructive and kind. You might say, it's okay to miss this deadline. I can learn how to manage my time better. Or, missing one workout doesn't define my health goals. I'll get back on track tomorrow. The Stoics were masters at this practice. Though they might not have called it catch and replace, they believed in observing their thoughts, acknowledging their emotions without judgment, and then guiding themselves toward virtue through reasoned thought. Marcus Aurelius once wrote in his meditations about treating thoughts like rolling stones, observing them come and go without letting them knock him over. He strived to replace unhelpful thoughts with those aligned with his principles of wisdom and moderation. How to implement catch and replace. To effectively implement this technique, start by setting a clear intention in the morning. Remind yourself that today you will be mindful of your thoughts. Carry a small notebook or use a notes app on your phone to jot down any negative self-talk you catch throughout the day. This act of recording helps you become more aware of the frequency and themes of your negative thoughts. As you replace each negative thought with a positive one, take a moment to reflect on the shift. How does it make you feel? Often you'll find that this simple substitution can alter your mood and energy levels almost instantly. This isn't just about forced positivity. It's about redirecting your mental resources toward thoughts that uplift and support your endeavors, rather than those that drain and defeat you. By the end of the day, review the notes you've taken. You'll likely notice patterns and triggers for your negative thoughts. This insight is invaluable, as it gives you specific targets to focus on improving over time. Finally, consider sharing your experiences with friends or loved ones who are also on their own paths to self-improvement. Discussing the changes in your self-talk can not only provide support and accountability, but also deepen your understanding of the thoughts that shape your life. As Stoic teachings suggest, the obstacle in the path becomes the path. Today, by catching and replacing your negative self-talk, you're not just avoiding emotional obstacles, you're paving a new, more constructive path in your mind. This exercise is your first step toward cultivating a resilient and supportive inner dialogue that will empower you rather than hold you back. Let's move forward with mindful awareness, ready to catch those stumbling blocks and replace them with stepping stones. Day 2. Challenge. Visualize success. As we step into the second day of our transformative journey, we dive into a practice that might feel like daydreaming, but is actually a powerful tool used by some of the most successful people in history. This practice is visualization, and today, it's all about seeing your success before it happens. Visualization isn't just about hoping or wishing. It's about actively creating a mental image of achieving your goals, which primes your brain to work toward making these images a reality. The process involves painting detailed scenarios in your mind where you achieve whatever you're aiming for. It could be as simple as visualizing yourself finishing a big project with ease and confidence, or as complex as imagining the steps you will take throughout your day to maximize productivity and minimize stress. The key here is clarity and detail. You want to see it, feel it, hear it, and even smell it, if applicable. Stoicism, with its focus on practical exercises for improving self-control and wisdom, offers a complementary perspective on visualization. The Stoics emphasized preparing for the future through mental rehearsal, a concept known as premeditatio malorum, where they would visualize potential obstacles and rehearse how to handle them. This practice, however, isn't about anticipating failure, but rather about preparing to meet challenges competently and with composure. For our purposes, we adapt this to not just foresee challenges, but to actively visualize overcoming them and succeeding. Imagine you're preparing for an important interview. Instead of just thinking about how tough it might be, close your eyes and envision yourself walking into the room, calm and prepared. See yourself listening carefully, responding thoughtfully, and leaving the room knowing you've given it your best shot. By doing this, you're not only building confidence, but also mentally rehearsing the positive behaviors that will help you succeed. Incorporating visualization into your routine can start with just a few minutes each day. Find a quiet spot, close your eyes, and take deep breaths to center yourself. Begin to construct the scene of your success. Focus on the details. What are you wearing? What does the room look like? What are you feeling? Who else is there? Try to experience the scenario not as a spectator, but as an active participant. This level of detail can significantly enhance the effectiveness of the exercise, making it more likely that your brain will accept it as a real possibility. Another aspect of visualization is the emotional response it brings. Stoic philosophy doesn't just teach detachment, but also rational and positive engagement with one's emotions. When you visualize success, allow yourself to feel the joy, pride, and satisfaction that come with it. These emotions are powerful motivators. They reinforce the positive imagery and make the practice more impactful. As you get more comfortable with visualization, you can start to use it for various aspects of your life. Athletes might visualize winning a race. Business professionals might visualize successfully completing a project. and students might visualize acing an exam. Each scenario builds a blueprint in your mind, showing you what success looks like and how it feels. At the end of the day, take a few moments to reflect on your visualization experiences. What did you learn about your desires and fears? How did it feel to see yourself succeed? Reflection is a critical component of Stoic practice, as it helps solidify the lessons learned and deepens your understanding of your own mental processes. Visualization is more than just positive thinking. It's a rehearsal for reality. It prepares you mentally and emotionally to seize opportunities and tackle challenges with a winning mindset. As we move forward, let's continue to harness this powerful tool, crafting vivid mental imagery of our successes as if they are already unfolding before us. This isn't just about hoping for the best. It's about creating the best in our minds first. Day 3. Challenge. Positive affirmations. On this final day of our 3-day challenge, we turn our focus toward a practice that combines the wisdom of ancient Stoic philosophy with modern psychological techniques, the use of positive affirmations. These are not just feel-good quotes or motivational platitudes. Rather, they are deliberate, carefully crafted statements meant to foster self-belief and reshape our subconscious narratives. When we tell ourselves affirming words consistently, we're not just wishing for change. We're laying the groundwork for it in our minds. Affirmations tap into the Stoic practice of repeated reflection on virtuous thoughts, which helps to reinforce the traits and behaviors we wish to embody. The Stoics believed that the consistent repetition of sound, rational thoughts leads to a virtuous and resilient character. When we apply this to affirmations, each phrase you repeat is not just a string of words, but a molding tool that reshapes your internal dialogue, reinforcing who you are and who you aspire to become. So, how do you craft and use affirmations effectively? Begin by identifying the areas in your life where you seek improvement or where self-doubt often lingers. It might be your professional life, personal self-esteem, relationships, or even your physical health. Craft affirmations that directly address these areas and resonate with your personal values and aspirations. For example, if you often feel inadequate at work, your affirmation could be, "I am competent, skilled, and bring valuable contributions to my team." If you struggle with self-doubt, you might choose, "I am worthy of love and respect, and I accept myself completely." The next step is to integrate these affirmations into your daily routine. The Stoics often wrote down or recited their principles each morning as a form of meditation to prepare for the day ahead. Similarly, start your day by reciting your affirmations aloud, perhaps while looking in the mirror. Speak with conviction and hear your own voice affirming your strengths and capabilities. This not only reinforces the message in your mind, but also begins to break down the old limiting beliefs that may have settled in your subconscious. Moreover, the timing of these affirmations can significantly boost their effectiveness. Beyond just morning recitations, consider repeating your affirmations during moments of stress or uncertainty. When you feel overwhelmed or anxious, pause for a moment to repeat your affirmations, allowing them to anchor and stabilize your emotions, just as the Stoics would use rational thoughts to regain composure in the face of adversity. In addition to verbal repetition, write your affirmations down. Keep a journal or notepad where you not only write them out, but also reflect on any changes you notice in your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. as you consistently use these affirmations. Writing not only reinforces the message internally, but also allows you to track your progress and see how your self-talk shifts over time. Lastly, sharing your journey with affirmations can magnify their impact. Discuss your experiences with friends or family who support your growth. This not only helps solidify your commitment to your affirmations, but also encourages a supportive community that fosters positive change. Collectively, positive affirmations, when used consistently, serve as a bridge between who we are and who we wish to be. They are tools that align our thoughts with our actions, and in the spirit of Stoic wisdom, they help us not only to endure, but to thrive amidst life's challenges. As we wrap up this 3-day challenge, carry forward the practice of affirmations, allowing them to nourish and strengthen your resolve each day. In doing so, you are not just hoping for a better state of being. You are actively constructing it through the power of your own words. Witness the change as we conclude our 3-day journey of transforming our self-talk. Let's take a moment to pause and reflect on the shifts that have occurred. It's quite incredible, isn't it? How just a few days of intentional mental adjustments can start to change how we feel and interact with the world. This final step is all about acknowledging these changes and understanding the significant impact our thoughts have on our reality, a principle deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. Throughout these days, you've engaged in practices that are not only about altering what you think, but also about deeply understanding why you think in certain ways. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus often encouraged this kind of introspection, believing that self-awareness is the first step towards self-mastery. They taught that our perceptions could be our most significant barriers, or our greatest tools for achieving tranquility and effectiveness in life. Now, reflect on your own experiences. Have you noticed a lighter mood overall? Perhaps you're finding it easier to approach challenges with a positive outlook rather than a defeatist attitude. These changes are the direct result of altering your inner dialogue. You've been practicing catching negative thoughts, replacing them with positive ones, visualizing success, and reaffirming your worth and capabilities through affirmations. Each of these actions has contributed to a subtle yet profound transformation in your daily life. Think about how these new patterns of thinking might influence your long-term behaviors. For instance, the Stoics believed in the concept of virtuous habits, meaning that virtue isn't a single act, but a habit formed over time. In the same way, the positive self-talk strategies you've practiced are not just one-off experiments. They are the building blocks for long-lasting mental habits that can sustain you through life's ups and downs. Consider also the physical sensations or reactions you've observed. It's not uncommon to experience a newfound energy or a sense of calmness as your mind begins to embrace more positive narratives. The mind-body connection is a powerful one, and as you adjust your mental tapes, your body reacts accordingly. The Stoics acknowledged this connection too, advocating for harmony between mind and body as a path to a fulfilled life. Moving forward, keep a journal or continue using an app to document your thoughts and feelings regularly. This practice, much like the Stoic exercise of daily self-reflection, known as the evening meditation, isn't just about tracking progress. It's about deepening your understanding of yourself and your thought patterns. Over time, you might find that the challenges that once triggered negative self-talk no longer have the same power over you. Finally, as you continue to witness the change in your mindset, encourage others to embark on this journey as well. Share your story of transformation and the Stoic practices that have helped you. In doing so, you not only reinforce your own commitment, but also extend a hand to others who might be struggling with their own internal narratives. The changes you've started to see are just the beginning. Like any skill, mastering your self-talk requires ongoing practice and dedication. Continue to engage with these exercises daily, and remember, each day is a new opportunity to reinforce positive changes and to face the world with a renewed, more resilient mindset. As we close this chapter, remember that each word you speak to yourself weaves the fabric of your future. Continue to nurture the seeds of positivity you've planted over these past few days, and watch as they grow into a resilient, joyful life.